Right.
Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
All right, well, he's one of the more accomplished Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners in this division, DC, and I know how many chokes you have in your arsenal. Offensive Jiu-Jitsu, defensive Jiu-Jitsu doesn't get much better than this guy.
It doesn't get as high level in terms of the Jiu-Jitsu knowledge. He knows in every exchange that he's the guy that's processing things at a different level. From the armbar submissions that he has shown in the octagon to the beautiful guillotine chokes that he does over and over again. And don't think that he won't roll for a knee bar and get a submission.
Right.
It's just constant danger when you're in the jiu-jitsu with this guy.
And even the high-level wrestlers that he's fought have paused to try to take him down because of that patented guillotine.
It's
so truly a
unbelievable.
case of pick your poison with this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. Our tail of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. So these fighters are just a year apart with similar height and reach. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Assassin! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 16 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Paul Berju! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean has drawn the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, folks, fasten your seatbelts. This could end up being a very technical, very entertaining fight. I'm surprised they didn't bring out the gis for this one, Chad.
I mean, you would have thought as a jiu-jitsu watcher that you would see these two competitors at a jiu-jitsu competition. But ultimately, they are meeting in the octagon, and you are about to see jiu-jitsu in the UFC like we've never seen before. He's hurt. He's hurt.
He's got him hurt here. Oh, look at this out of nowhere. It's flashy but effective. Imanari roll into a potential heel hook here. This could get interesting.
Oh!
He might get a finish here. Somehow stays in the fight.
Oh, right in the mouth.
Oh, and he gives up his back here, DC. I know you've never had your back taken in the UFC. You've never been submitted. But this is not a good spot for the defensive fight.
It's not a very good spot for him, but the guy on bottom needs to stay patient. He cannot panic. He needs to find a way to get back to his back. Lay on his mat. He's got to get his back to the mat. He has to get his back to the mat, so then he can start to work on his defensive transitions. You don't want a guy like this who's so good at controlling his position, just on top of you and riding you. Take your time, but get back to your back and start to try to recover your half guard.
Just over 2 minutes now to go. Oh, he gives up his back here, DC. That's something that you almost never would do.
No, you got to try not to give up your back, especially on a guy that's this good with the top control from the back position. No one just has that many rear naked choke victories without a great understanding of the position. He has to understand this, and he believes that he's the best back taker in the entire world,
right.
And he has an opportunity right now to show that.
All right, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Looks pretty tight here, DC.
He can fight it. It's over. John, it's over. Oh!
And this might just be a matter of time. The sheer will is really remarkable to watch. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep,
there you
absolutely.
Go. All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
Respira pelo nariz. Boa, solta pela boca. Foi ótimo, muito bem.
All right, DC's back from the can as we get this next round underway, and his striking in that previous round was so good. I got tired just watching that out.
I mean, he did a great job of landing strikes. Not only...
Right there, I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
And they separate. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may throw the right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into the strike. Good punch lands.
A little single collar tie there.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Ooh, blocks the shot. Just over 3 minutes to go in round two. So a much different approach from him here in round two. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round two.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Oh, nice. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control.
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard. Oh, wow.
We're getting a finish here.
It's in there deep. There you go. He got it, John.
How about it? Gets the win by submission. Beautifully executed there on the ground. Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 45 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, Assassin!
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his